other than that shit, if you tap him, he gonna react. You know what I'm saying? He's got to.
It's that charity line. Charity line.
Yeah, you gotta watch compilations of Floss and the faces. I was like, who's giving the magical? They be like, oh. That's why I miss Manu. Manu used to kill it. Yeah. He was acting like the soccer dudes.
Bro, the soccer dudes, I didn't know because I don't watch soccer. I didn't know it was that bad.
That's where it originated from. That's why we started getting European players and stuff like Manu. That's where they got it from.
Bro, soccer, I saw two people bump and they both went down at the same time.
Yeah, and they would act like they hurt each other. He's like, he kicked me. I was like, and they replay it slow. I was like, they barely.
That's why they get fouls now. They was like, not card. You didn't get touched. Card. You out.
Yep. Done deal. Yeah, I can't get soccer like it though.
I don't find it entertaining. Only time I watch is if American teams make the World Cup. Other than that,
yeah. And it's still kind of like I want to watch the last of it. You know what I'm saying? Let me catch the ending.
Yeah. I'm like, have you winning? Like we went in. Hey, put it on the background while I'm doing something else.
You wait for somebody to yell so you can turn around. Oh, it's 1-2. It's 1-2.
Goal.
When they make a goal, it's hype. Then the rest part, I'd be like,
because it'd be like 1-0. It'd be the whole game. You like they won by 1 point. 40 minutes running.
That Louisville team, Valley Station, when they won the baseball, it was like 1-0 against the Japanese team. That was it, 1-0.
True. Yeah. All right. Great start.
All right. Get it cracking.
Welcome to another Nerdz with Swag podcast. I am your nerd OG. We have Lee the Poet, and we got a special guest, Black father, businessman, all around hustler like he's Jamaican, but he ain't. Hey, our friend, Mr. Bennett. What's up, sir?
Man, what's going down, man? I appreciate y'all having me on for real. Real nice.
Real quick, I wanted to go over these announcements that dropped pretty recently. Right. First of all, MGM is trying to sell in this studio and this whole content.
Oh.
So they trying to get out of them. They feel like the movie theater game ain't gonna be cutting out in the future. Maybe they lost too much, but they trying to sell everything.
I mean, to be honest with you, when I started noticing that the movies that were in the theaters were on Netflix, I mean the game changed. Like there's really no need to leave your house. So I mean, for that being said, you got to know that they've been losing money, and I don't see it getting any better anytime soon, unfortunately. So I'm not surprised. Not surprised on that one.
But I've been around since.
There's something that's weird to me about that. It was weird about that because, like, okay, for example, Disney with the Mulan thing for $30,
right?
And they make the argument, well, when you go to theater for 2 tickets, but I go to theater for 1,000 in screen. And surround sound too, not my living room. And it was like, y'all might have been better off just holding Mulan till some theaters open. Like you almost would have been better off just keeping it in the tub. Because now you can't re-release it in theaters. Like you can't now.
Yeah. No coming back.
Or it made it like 15, a 10 to rent. Like, because we have, the whole Voodoo thing and different places, you can rent. Like Amazon, you throw a little 5, a little 10 piece to watch a newer movie. I'd have done that before I paid 30.
Well,
I don't own it.
They made it to where like TVs are so cheap now, though. Too, it's like you really don't have to leave on. You can get that 70-inch now.
Hey, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like
hey.
And it's big enough to where it's like, hey, I can go ahead and make this little room a theater. Let me get my surround sound just like the theater. You got your food in the look. I mean, it's a hit. You know what I'm saying? To me, personally, I've been waiting for this day. Look, ain't no more bootlegging. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't got bootlegging nothing.
Hey, my TV started doing that input thing where it pops up. It's like, hey, do you want to plug in? I was like, hey man, it's too many times in a row, man. I might have to. Like you got 70. You ever try to talk yourself into it? It's like, look, man, I can't deal with this.
Over it.
All you gotta do is press OK, but you're right. Why is it popping up now? I'm trying to watch the new TV. 200.
Yeah, game has changed.
Get a suggestion at the bottom, like, hold on, that movie do look kind of hard. What is that?
Yeah.
But they selling for $5. They only selling for $5 billion.
Wait, MGM?
Yeah.
They have classic movies like
they got like stuff like they got all the James Bond franchise. I saw MGM like
they have movies on that list of all like the all-time biggest sellers. They have movies on that list.
They were the company made Gone with the Wind and all that. All those old classics.
Yeah, they did. Ooh.
All the stuff Western you go your grandmama's house that she was watching. All MGM.
The Lion. The Lion, yeah. They used to make hella movies. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, if one of these companies bought them.
I'm surprised like Netflix or something don't swim because what they said, 17,000 television shows, 4,000 films.
That's a nice, and you would have them permanently on your
stream. That's you.
That's a streaming service itself, right there.
Yeah,
they really could just spawn off of that and just make their own streaming service. Everybody else is doing it.
That's going to end up backfiring because I think someone said, it was an article I read like a year or two ago. They said the more apps that people make that cost, pirating goes up.
Yeah.
Like if I can have 3, 4, I'll say 4 with everything on it, I'll pay for 4 with everything on it. But now it's like if I want everything, no exceptions, it's probably like 8 apps. I'm like, all right, y'all might want to. Some of y'all might want to condense, join forces, and take a piece. If not, people gonna be on them downloads real tough.
Yeah, they really are.
Some of the websites you can Google, just be like, how can I watch this for free?
Of course.
Send. Like, oh, there's a link. Click.
Allegedly.
So they say.
But Warner Brothers made an announcement too. So next year, 2021, they're gonna, they're trying to wait for the theaters, but everything they release in the theater, they're gonna release also on streaming the same day.
See?
And that's what I think they should have been done anyway. It should always.
Yeah.
Some people just I like going to the theater or whatever, but if it does straighten out, I'm gonna go back to the theater once things are cool. Like because I like the theater, but sometimes
like
people
it's just too early for me.
Yeah, it's way too early.
Way too early.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable in those big crowds. I don't want to be in the big crowds. Right now. Still COVID's still out here in these streets.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. It really is.
COVID's like that person, like she ain't going nowhere.
Right.
It's like in the area that I'm staying in right now, I mean, they didn't even really shut anything down because we didn't get really hit in this area.
Yeah.
So movie theater was open in this area. So people were coming outside of Marion County, coming into our county to go to see them. So it's
gonna
Florida of the Midwest.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it just spread it all over the place.
Y'all the Orlando of the Midwest, huh?
Literally.
Like we good over here. Hold on, it's like the old Project Pat. If you ain't from my hood, you can get from around here.
Yeah, seriously.
I get from around here.
Try not to leave out the city right now because just in case I'm taking a test that I'm not trying to be coming down with that stuff. Fuck.
But I was looking at this list and it's crazy because I didn't know some of this stuff was coming out or was supposed to be coming out. Because let's see, they got the Little Things, Judas and the Black Messiah, Tom and Jerry's making a movie, Godzilla and King Kong.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to get this. They fight both of that little universe.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. I didn't think that was right, but
I didn't know anything about that.
Live action is supposed to come out this year.
Oh, I heard about that. They're gonna restart that over. Yeah.
Yeah. Those Who Wish Me Dead. You see, The Conjuring got a new one. The Devil May Do It.
How many Conjurings is it now, bro?
Space Jam. I know Warner Brothers had it makes sense. Looney Tunes, Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I know.
Squad. So that's all the DC stuff too.
Now let me ask you a question. So Warner Brothers, are they going to put everything on HBO Max? Is that how that's going to work? Because
that's
the
DC.
stream.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's their streaming company. All this. So everything is going through HBO Max.
Okay, because when DC had their streaming app,
Amazon or pay-per-view, it's Max.
Oh, Max. Because side note, when DC had their own, like DC Comics had their own streaming app, I remember being like, you're not, like you have some good content, but it's not to me worth it. Putting it with Max to me was genius.
I forgot what it was through because that's what.
I remember DC had their own. It was called
Titans and stuff was on, right?
Yeah, now Titans is on HBO. Now all that's on.
Yeah,
I started watching Outsiders yesterday. It was called DC something. I don't know, but it was like you have like 4 shows I want to watch. And
Free Fall or something like that.
Freeform. I remember that.
Yeah.
But they went and put on HBO. That makes way more sense. Some of them need to learn. If you combine, you'll make more money because I don't want to come just for your stuff. I want to come for all of it.
But all that Batman and stuff they're going to put that on. Like all those TV shows are already going through it anyway. So
I can't hear
y'all. Yeah.
Y'all back. Yay. My stuff is
Connect.
So what y'all feel about this coming to America though?
Oh man, I'm so hyped.
I want to see it.
They better not mess it up, man. I'm
Still Eddie. Like he shot it and did everything on his own, so I feel like it's gonna be straight.
Oh yeah, Eddie's funny.
He had full control because everything, the last stuff he's put out, like I like Dolomite. Did you watch that?
Oh yeah, I did. I like Dolomite.
It was cool. Like I'm saying, like you know, that's a classic, man. Not just there's some movies I don't necessarily want to see, a sequel or whatever. But I'll take it. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm just gonna be a real critic about it. So I'm not.
First one was so good.
No holds barred.
It was so good.
Looking at the screen the whole time.
Only thing I don't like about this is they're doing the thing they did with Creed, where like in Creed you didn't realize I had a secret child to the side, and I'm like, I thought Creed was faithful. Why you doing my man like that?
Yeah, and so that was it's like that one plot thing, and that's the same thing I feel about this. Like this son, I was like, which
that he never knew about.
Yeah.
And it's the tall funny black girl from Ghostbusters and SNL, right? That's the baby mama. Leslie
Jones.
Yes, and
so that's what the blogs are saying, but they said they didn't really confirm if that's really.
Oh, but that is supposed to be his son by another woman.
Yeah,
right.
That one dude with the hair is supposed to be his son, dude from Friends.
He don't look that old though, so I was kind of like, was it before Lisa or did he cheat?
He is old. He's older than
I thought maybe like 20. Like I didn't think he was that old.
Oh, like this character might be
youngish,
but the dude in real life is older.
Yeah. Okay. Because my thing is in the first movie, it almost seemed like if you watch it, like I said, I know it's a comedy.
Yeah.
You didn't see him with women like in that setting until he got with.
But I think they might try to loophole like when he was dating because he was dating for.
He was dating.
We know Arsenio was out there smashed. He might have talked him into something.
Hey, go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead, Eddie.
Plus, he had chicks brushing his meat in the morning under the water. So,
but
you might not have seen it. Like they might have been like it was nothing. He was like, "Of course I was smashed."
Well, all right.
I know I was, dude.
My Royal Oaks. I had to get my Oaks up.
He gonna go back home and find out he got something back home. That's what's going on.
But see, that would make more sense. I think he's supposed to be from America.
That would be the plot twist is that he end up having something back home and finding out.
I know. Hey, God, you got 28 kids. Why you think your babies got changed out every 8 months?
Well, it's over in Africa. They allowed to have a few wives and stuff like
that. So.
She moved over there with him. Baby, who are all these kids? These are all mine. They're all mine. How many you got? I don't know.
The handmaid kids, they not the main. The queen's kids is what matters.
Yeah, baby, you what matters. Right. So, are you done with them? The bathers still baby. That's not important, baby. This is our culture. It's different.
So, why would you throw away a good blender? You wouldn't.
Like they good at their job, baby. They feed their family, which is my family, but still, it's not important.
They work for them. They definitely.
Well, baby, listen, it is what it is. We in Africa now. We over here now.
No doubt.
I'm glad they brought everything back, though, man.
It's crazy.
I'm still surprised. That's why I said another thing I said on Facebook because I was like, "Wow, the dudes at the barbershop still alive." Man.
Yeah, that part didn't make much sense to me, and they all standing up and everything and moving around.
They were 70 then. They were 70 then.
Right.
So I was like, they got me
117 right now. Right.
Every one of y'all should be on a walker.
At least.
At least sitting down somewhere.
It's like when they'll die when they stop working type. I was like, that's what really got the old Jewish dude. I was like, he's alive. He do not play chess.
Bro, it make no sense, bro. I was timing it out when I seen the preview, and I'm like, then they said it doesn't come out till March. I said, why are they doing it so early? I ain't even need
it
a
was supposed
preview.
to came out this year, remember?
Yeah,
so it's been done.
Because it was supposed to come out early this year. Remember he was talking to Netflix, and he was.
It was December, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he was also going to start do a stand up with Netflix. I don't know what happened. They messed up the deal because I was like, not only did you lose Coming to America, but you probably lost that stand up deal too.
Dang, yeah.
Because he's on Amazon.
Dang, yeah.
Drops in March.
Like Netflix dropped the ball on that.
So it comes out in March, though, right?
Yeah, I think.
Look, I was gonna let's have a watch party, but nah.
Yeah.
pass around some Coronas, like nah. I don't want to.
So everybody go live right now. It's like
just watch and be over here like it's funny, haha.
LOL.
That's
Can't
the
show
most
it.
I'm gonna be able to do for you, for real. We can watch it on Zoom all together.
Yeah, March 5th.
Yeah, get my reaction. I'm really that one threw me off personally.
The old dudes.
Even when they said it, I was like, Coming to America 2, that just don't. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm still waiting for the coldest winter ever. You know what I'm saying? Like that book was phenomenal. You know, that should at least they want to make a double of a classic. You know what I'm saying? I done read a couple books, honestly, that should be movies, man, and that's what kind of kills me. It's like, bro, why don't you make that a movie?
I think they are.
Instead, like you want to make a third Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's
a lot of black property like
they write them, but the studio don't like the writer or something. But that's the dude who owns the rights. And it's like it never gets made and stuff like that.
There's a lot of black property where I'd be like, we could have been made one of these and one of these.
Yeah.
Or like how sometimes
in it. Like
sometimes TV shows get a movie. Like once that show that came out that got canceled, it was a dope sci-fi show. Firefly, right? Then they got the TV show, and the movie was actually pretty dope. It was low budget, but it was a good ass movie. And I'm like, bro, I'd like to live in single reunion movie. You feel me? Like I'd watch that quickly. But then I realized I'm black. I watch black media.
Yeah, it'd be the studio politics because it was not the ratings of the show. The studio was just like, all right,
bro. Back in the day, we was young, and Soul Food, the TV show, was on Showtime.
Yeah.
That cancellation was such a controversy.
Yeah,
I remember they made that the subject of another movie that came out later, where it was like there was a black kid. He was from the hood, got on this movie. And matter of fact, y'all might know what I'm talking about. It was a movie that was about black media. And in this movie, they showed, for example, New York Undercover. They joked about it. They showed the black and the Hispanic. Then they showed the Hispanic guy going away, and they brought in two white people. Yeah. And it was like, then they talked about Soul Food, but they didn't say names of the show. Soul Food apparently when it ended, I think was number 3 in all television, but it was only on Showtime.
Really?
So when it got canceled, it was like number 3 show.
And they canceled it in the middle of like some drama or stuff they didn't resolve yet.
Moesha, I don't think was suffering from ratings when they canceled Moesha. Moesha left on a cliffhanger. Family Matters,
like UPN stuff, and they'd be like, "All right, these are terrible channels." Nobody was watching UPN but us. And if your ratings are competing with like in this NBC and stuff like that, then that should tell you like the show is what's carrying.
But UPN was like 3 different channels, bro. Like wasn't
right?
Like, I remember
it
was like 3 different
NBN,
channels.
WB, it's like kept changing.
Yeah, it was way too many, and all mixed in one. So I could never. They all had me confused.
Right. Same channel, but same channel.
It was all together.
That's it. You turn TV one day, UPN. It's W. Okay, it's this now. It's okay. It's CW. Okay, different initial, but all right.
WB. I wait for the frog all the time.
WB. That show had so many sitcoms I never watched,
and they kept changing the times and stuff. It was like,
what was the show? It was a show. Okay, you remember? I never watched it, but there was a show Friends, right?
Right now.
What was that show Friends? And then Friends had a spinoff. It was just Joey, and I was just kind of like, I don't care. I didn't care.
Right. That's
and
like,
then I remember they did it again. I never watched the show. I just remember the title. It was called like Zoe, Duncan, Jack, and Jane. And then 2 seasons later, it was just called Zoe. And I was like, y'all not good at this.
No, they don't.
Like, y'all not good at this.
Ideas, man. And that matter of fact, they do have more ideas, but instead they would rather just keep repeating the same thing.
They rehash.
Oh,
They
I'm talking
rehash.
about.
It's like, man,
A
when we
lot
make
of them
money
say-
off this, let's do that again.
What'd you say?
It's like,
Oh,
man,
yeah, The
we made
Office.
money off this, let's do that again.
Basically.
Yeah.
And what's funny is you can go to social media like Instagram and YouTube. You'll see like creators who have these 10 million viewed, like videos. I'm like, you can just snatch one of them up. They'll probably take less money to put their
Easy.
art on television.
Yeah.
The show be halfway. I'll be looking like people, like for example, people talk about different groups want representation in different ways, and I'm like, instead of begging a studio to represent you, go look at these private creators and watch, view, and repost them.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
For me, it's just me personally. If people feel different, I understand. I don't want to beg a company for someone that looks like me. No, I don't care. I'll go find who does support me and I'll watch them. Like, I love Black Panther, but I was watching Blade and Meteor Man and Blank Man. So it's like, I know some from comedy, but it's like, no, we have it, but are you promoting it when it is available?
Nah.
Don't ask them. Don't ask them if we.
It had to be on a big screen in order for them to really promote it. They knew Black Panther was gonna be big, as much money as they put into it.
Plus they were smart. They put him in Civil War. Like, let's see how he does. Oh, they like him. All right,
They didn't
let's make
push
that movie.
it like
Make
the
the
other
movie.
Marvels though originally. Like they did a full delay in China and stuff like that, and it sold the most in China. It was like, oh, they waited till like the week before because it was like, I don't know how Chinese feel about Black people. Like, whatever.
Bro, I just was talking to somebody about that. It's like, we are the wave. We just have to understand that we are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's very simple. It's very
there's
simple.
been too many things that have been mocked and repeated. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm just kind of, I don't judge the situation anymore. You just either know or you don't. Go.
It's very simple. How about this one? Can you name a dance? And the dance has to be cross-cultural. Because I'm not talking about the little country line dance that you only see in the country. I'm talking about cross-cultural that was not started by someone of color. It's like every popular dance that we've probably done since 2000.
Oh,
He started line
Every
dancing. What are you talking about?
Huh?
He started line dancing.
Like I remember there was one dance I saw in college, and where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. I didn't know that dance. I didn't know that one. Other than that one, every dance that I saw, that was, because I got to make sure I say across culture, because there's stuff that's popular here. No, here it's.
Yeah, all the entertainment, music, stuff like anything that's considered any hint of cool, pretty much probably came from us.
He said hint.
He said any hint of cool.
Hint of cool, or
and then it's like all the people who aren't, and they consider them cool. It's like they swag me black though. They produce a black.
Yeah,
right. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, that
be black.
It'd be a lot. It'd just be a lot to process. So I try not. How do I say? I try not to be too. I don't know, too pro. But,
yeah. Because it'll make you angry.
Because I'm really not like. Because I'm really open. The fact of the matter is, it's in the history books.
Yeah.
I'd have been talked about, but they have enough documentaries to talk about it.
I think it exists. We know these things exist. It's the truth. Yeah. But like you said, when you get so much where it's like you're so, until you recognize, dude, I have to go to work in the morning. It's like, yeah, that's where some people kind of mess up.
Yeah.
I got to work in the morning. My bills are still doing the first. Like, it's like life's going to go on. It's like you say your piece. You participate when you can, but we grown-ups. We have things to do.
Right. I respect those who take care of their responsibilities. That's all I can say on that note. You know what I'm saying? And because some people that I've met that have been pro-black, they don't even know where their kids are. So,
fam.
I'm fighting for them. That's all they need to know. It's like, wait.
Dog, I told somebody one time in this group chat, and I was like, what did I say? I said, I don't respect your opinion of how the world should be if you can't keep a job or pay your bills on time. And someone made an argument about, well, what about people who are poor? No, I'm not talking about things that happen to you. You got to let go. You're a victim of the system. No. When things that you do mess yourself up. And I'm supposed to believe you can run the world better than those in charge. And it's like, you can't even run your household. Like you gotta go from step 1 to step 2. You don't get to talk to me at step 50
and that's the part of which I'm glad that it's finally starting to take heed that bullying is foolish, and usually it comes from foolish ass people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we everybody's starting to get it now. Like, smart, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get anywhere by bullying or trying to get over on somebody anyway. But that's most of that. You know what I'm saying? That it all ties in. It's a mess, man. And I think just today in general, man, especially with everything that has gone on, killings, just craziness, president, COVID, just random. I mean, everybody just need to just sit down and chill. You know what I'm saying? Just,
hey, bro,
sit down and breathe. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people need to do that. I think I tweeted one time. I said something like, before you make that angry tweet, wait 30 seconds. Just wait 30 seconds before you post it. Because I'll see people post stuff and I literally read it and be like, this is literally not true. but it's like, I don't have time, nor do I care to have that where they get mad at you and back and forth, paragraph. I don't want to do that. And you're sitting there, wait, what's your response? What you gonna say back? I'm like, man, I'm gonna go play the game.
You know it's coming though. That's exactly.
Yeah, and it's like, you know it's coming.
It'll be a talk to text post. So half of it makes sense. It's supposed to say people, it says pilot. Yeah,
just keyboard warrior. Bro, I was telling somebody, and I'm not gonna get into this as far as in depth, but me and my homie, one of my homies, we were talking about this. I also have an issue with people who have a lack of priorities. I'm just gonna give an example. Like I said, Greg, if this part gets whatever, just take it out. Don't tell me you still hate, for example, let's say someone like Michael Vick, who you've never met, has never done you any harm. Fact, not an opinion, it's a fact. But then I go to look at crime times in your neighborhood as a dog fighter. You ain't said nothing. And that person's not black. And I started realizing people, they're kind of like, they're kind of weak. It's like, well, what do you represent? You do realize he wasn't the main person, right? They were older than him. They put him on. Like, you do realize he was pulled into it as a kid.
Yeah.
But see, if I say that, I must be, and I'm like, but then on the other side, I'm looking at, you look at the newspaper, I can Google animal fighting in whatever city. Cool. Can you please tweet about them for the next 20 years? No?
Yeah.
He went to jail.
He actually went to jail and lost his money.
Yeah.
He served time.
For a
lost
year.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is because of celebrity, it's like you said, like people want to have somebody to like to vilify. And brothers from the hood are easy to vilify. Your neighbor who you see with his kids or her kids, see, they're not easy to vilify, and they can reach out and see you.
Right.
So they're not so brave then.
Who's gonna really fight for you? Because most of the time they fight for you for a second and then they just get tired. You know what I'm saying? The fight is over. Like after
somebody posted something that killed me yesterday. They said, y'all mad at Vic, and then showed a picture of like when people go to Africa and hunt animals they shouldn't be hunting. And he said, and he said, and they say nothing about them. And mind you, endangered species.
No, stuff that's not even like a danger. Like somebody, you seen the one with the giraffe?
Giraffe is so peaceful.
Yeah, I was like, who's hunting giraffes? Like, that's something you're supposed to admire. You hunting giraffes?
Like, oh, look, it's pretty. All right, let's walk away.
Right.
Yeah, they from a mile away. It's like, he way down there, the long neck thing. It's like, he can't hide.
They can't hide.
You're supposed to hunt. You're supposed to go out to him with like a knife or something.
Go ahead and take one of them out. You know what I'm saying? Just,
what was they doing? They was eating leaves and loving their family.
Leaves, dog. You nobody eats giraffes. You gotta see that's something like you gotta hunt with like brass knuckles to make it firm. So you gotta,
leg, kneecap. They tall, you hitting the
curb stomp you. It's like that's the only way it's fair, dog. You can't shoot no giraffe.
Do you know giraffes fight when they fight each other? They fight with their necks. I didn't know.
Yeah, they do that weird. Yeah. I seen that video. I was like, what is? I was like, the thing's defenseless.
They so defenseless, bro. But they hunt that, and I'm posting like, but then you'll tweet about Vic literally for the next 15 years. That's happening by people who you could probably reach out and touch, and it's like, you're not gonna tweet about that for the next 20 years? When they get a new job, are you gonna say something?
Right.
When they get promoted, no.
They did, because he got a new job and they said something.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like that.
Like, people don't really believe in prison before. I just let you know. It's like,
Yeah.
there's just times
So-
like, why y'all still?
no, they don't.
I met a guy in college because when I was in college, he said Vic deserves to be murdered and killed. And I remember being like, and this is why I'm going to fight against this probably for the rest of my life, because y'all don't even have priorities anymore.
Right.
Rapists and killers, that's what you're worried about. Okay, but I'm supposed to care. Like, I'm like, I don't respect your opinion. It's like, I don't know how to say it nicely. I don't respect how you feel when you're putting that above all these other things. It's like, nope, don't care.
Yeah, you say it exactly. Just said it.
I don't care. I don't care.
At this point, we gotta be forward.
Yeah, we're not going to see eye to eye on this. I tell people all the time, and whenever it comes up, I go, give me facts. I want no feelings. Go, and I wait.
So maybe you said this, I'm like, you know who's public enemy number one? Michael Vick. You're like, nigga, out of every number one, number one,
Bro, like, there's literal murderers, rapists, people who harm children, and you're worried about. All right, go ahead, bro.
Which I'm not saying. I mean, yeah, it is horrible, but also, like you said, you got to tie back to his family too.
Yeah, he was raised in this. This wasn't like he didn't become rich, right? And literally go at age like 30, be like, I'm gonna pick this dog up and make y'all niggas fight. Like, it wasn't like he started later. This is a childhood thing.
And it's like, it's not illegal everywhere. Like, cockfights and stuff like that are still legal. It's like, all right,
Right.
It's
That's also like, I mean, if you lived on a farm, you'd be slaughtering half them animals, man.
Right.
Like, you are feeding them, getting them healthy enough to slaughter.
Like, people are hunting out here.
They pick and choose. Like, they go, well, no, because some of them were torturing them, and I go, yeah, and people went to prison for it. Now watch this one. Fact, not opinion. Vic, the entire ring, because they snitched on him, they all went free.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Right.
are y'all okay?
Yeah.
And I asked the girl one time, I said, are you okay with that? You do realize the full time, because remember, he played ball in Atlanta.
Actually, like, the actual organizers and the whole syndicate.
Yeah, they were free.
Went free.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're mad at him. Only reason you're mad at him because he's famous. Those guys, those faces should have been plastered.
Yeah, them are the ones that you really should be mad at.
So basically, if I snitch on somebody more famous, God bless Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like, it's like I can make you the villain, but I'm the shooter. But like, imagine that.
Works. That's usually how it goes. They come to you, it's like, let's make a deal. And it's usually dude who don't want to make the deal. It's like, he's the killer. Of course, he's not gonna snitch. He's like, man, he said you brought the gun to him. It's like, what?
He said, what? You know what? Give me my Pepsi.
Right.
I mean,
that's why there's seasons of First 48.
Hold on, now what he say? I want a steak and cheese, lots of horseradish, lots of mustard. We bay. A lot of horseradish. You ain't got no pastrami. Give me Philly cheese.
I ain't gonna tell y'all everything there.
He was like, I'm getting life already. Here we go. I did this.
Yeah.
Yeah. We made was cool. He's like, look, I killed a lot of people. I just said it's what it is.
Yeah, just took bodies in. He's like, yeah, whatever. One nigga's free.
Yeah, them first 48s hit hard.
I was watching some dude posted, it was hilarious. This dude just started confessing. They just asked him what happened. He said, look, I was in the car. It's like, what? So he's giving them info they didn't even have. There was a car? He's like, look, he was driving, but I didn't know what he was going to do. Who was he? Terry. Like, man.
What was that parody song? I'd never tell what Jerry said, but I'm gonna tell you what Jerry lived.
Right.
I never tell that he shot his grandmama over by the crib. It was a whole song. I was dying laughing. I was like, wait.
There's niggas in the room, but he's hiding out in my house. He took a picture in front of his stuff.
Right.
I won't tell no cop he moved to Florida and he live in Orlando. No, not for me. That his granny stay on Third. No. I mean, that was the greatest song ever, though.
Right.
First 48 is depressing, bro, because like no snitching is a thing, but then like we also should get murders off the street. So it's like,
yeah. See, that's it's It's a critical point.
I will say this, because someone helped me understand, because I've never been in any of those situations. I'm not, from the hood or nothing. But they broke it down to me like this. It was like this. It's one thing to be just a person that a crime happens to and you tell. It's another to be like, we're going to go on a crime together. I knew what the consequences was, but I'm trying to get out. So like, that's different. Like that's what I'm like,
that's
you did that.
Is we do dirt together.
But you got caught and said, I'm going to pull y'all back into it.
You got caught. I'm at my house chilling and you tell them what I did in my house.
It's like, now you got to not take them consequences because you made that choice.
Right. You just lost.
That makes more sense to me when people explain it that way, because I remember people was calling people snitches and they'd be like, who was that? Oh, it was old lady in the neighborhood who they robbed. I'm like, that she's not a snitch. You should have
Right. It was like, oh, talking about what you in front of her house, nigga. You shouldn't be where people can see you.
What? Okay. And then they be lazy criminals. How you gonna be a lazy? You can't be a lazy criminal.
Well, most of them are.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's pretty much why niggas getting crime in some cities like they was lazy. It's like, no.
Let me hit this lick real quick. You got a mask? Nope. You got gloves?
Wake up every day at that time?
Right. Broad daylight. Yeah, I'm gonna do it at 2:00. 2:00.
Mask? No mask, no gloves. Touch everything. Touch everything.
That's why I never understood the concept. It's like niggas like, yeah, it's my corner. It's like, why do you at the same place every time where you're easily located, bro?
Yeah, it makes no sense at all.
Why you post on social media your cars and clothes and shoes, but you ain't got no job?
Watch too many movies, man. It's not.
30 pairs of Jordans.
And what the biggest thing is, this pandemic has showed me a lot of people on social media ain't really balling. They are not, and it is a fact now. I don't care what nobody says. It is a proven fact that a lot of people have been stunting for no apparent reason, and I don't get it.
Bro,
live within your means, man. Ain't even really no point. The only people that really care is your family.
Your real love, Griff. Who was the guy? I don't say nobody's name. We don't say names. There was somebody. I feel like I heard from my G here. This is years ago. He had gotten a good job somewhere, and it wasn't even like he was stunned. He got a good job somewhere, right? He still lived at home, but then like he bought like the most expensive car he could buy, but still lived at home. And then he got laid off. And it was like, the chicks didn't know that you could afford a Challenger before you had a room that was your own.
That's almost like the tell on yourself card. Niggas came in the money, all of a sudden like they were buying Challengers.
Yeah. I feel like it's more Chargers, but Challengers was still up there.
Same thing. It was some would try to get Challenger because Charger was like, I'll save a couple.
A lot of girls say that's the F-boy car. If you got a Charger, that's the F-boy car.
It was, because a lot of time it was like dudes who went in for the military and got out or something like that. They would get those, or
had to get that SRT.
Yep. Or dudes who's like people's got locked up and left them a bundle or something. It's like, this is the hot shine, and they don't know the plug and stuff. They ran out. They're like, oh, that's it.
But see, people, I'm saying, stunting don't help you. It don't help you. I pulled up to this. There's a guy I knew, like I said, I ain't gonna change his name. This guy I knew, and it wasn't him. It was his grandparents. Obviously, this goes sometimes generational. I pulled up to this house. It was a small house. It wasn't a bad house, but it was small. And I remember in the driveway was like 3 new whips. Well, they looked new anyway. It was like a truck, like a Cadillac, and like this sedan. It was a small house. I'm not gonna say it was in the trap, but it was trap adjacent. And I was sitting here like, you could have got 2 smaller cars. Y'all could have had a nicer house in a nicer neighborhood and got 2 lower level quality. You could have had a Honda and Explorer, and been straight. But it was like I said, it was like a truck, a Cadillac, and then like another newer looking sedan. And I was like, y'all, mind you, no garage. And I'm sitting here like, I don't like y'all priorities is backwards.
Yeah, sometimes comfortability with some people too, man. They got that they ain't trying to go nowhere.
No, that's true.
I deal with that a lot here. Like a lot of, I'm like pretty much the only person out of the group of friends that I have that left the city. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, kind of a forced name, but I end up at the end of the day, I left. You know what I'm saying? But some people then they're used to staying in they boxing, even if it's the neighborhood. Like, cause I remember being in Louisville. People who stay in Newburgh stay in Newburgh, bro. They never left Newburgh, bro. As long as they can get everything around that area, they got their mall, they got their grocery stores, they got their restaurants. They don't care about nothing else.
I club right here,
bowling alley. Look,
yep.
look, you got a couple of amenities, you good. You ain't gotta leave out that area. And I mean, I personally, I couldn't live like that, but you know, to each his own.
I do what you're saying. Me and wife be having conversations like that. I've been looking at like jobs and places. Like if I ever thought about moving, I'd be like, I'll work here, I'll work over there, I'll go there. If the bread's right, I'll go.
Right, exactly. That's
oh snap. I hope they come back.
No, we still here.
Okay.
You just gotta do what's best. Okay. No, some people are kind of some people are pigeonholed in their little area, man. They can't leave.
I've seen it so bad to where I've seen people they stifle their whole future. Back when I did financial aid, this girl came through. I knew a girl. This girl was highly intelligent. I was doing financial aid, right? Mm-hmm. She came in with her parents. I see her SAT and ACT scores. I see her GPA, right? She had like a 4.0 in high school. I want to say she had, if the ACT caps out at 36, is it 36 for the ACT? What's the highest score you can get?
Like 31?
It's 30 something. Whatever it was, she had like, it's like she had like 2 points beneath that and then had a high SAT score, right? She chose to do veterinary technician. And I'm like, no, you need to go apply to be a veterinarian. Like it was like she was smart and like she was very like grounded and humble. And I was like, you would do well. But the problem is, like you said, she won't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Because in this part of the country, the vet programs are like, I want to say it's Auburn, like Auburn University in Alabama. And like there's maybe one or two others, but they're not like right here in Louisville. She won't go nowhere. And I was like, you probably could be a doctor. Because she had all the prerequisites of like people who do well academically, she had all those prereqs. And I was like, dang, you. And I remember doing the financial aid just being like, damn, bro. Like and she was gonna go for this degree. It was like just to be comfortable. Like you said, it was. Yeah, I'm not saying you gotta kill yourself.
Potential.
She didn't know, but
really, it's easy. It's better like when you have like a mentor or somebody to be able to tell you what your potential is, because sometimes you will kind of put yourself in a box and make it to where that's all you feel like you can do. But yeah, it's a tough one, man. It's tough to be around, to be honest.
People strive for that, because I've seen like, if you come from a situation like so terrible, regular looks amazing to you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
right.
You got,
and I mean, keep it real,
like a year, 30 a year is dope. You like, you still kind of check to check depending on where you live at, dog. As long as I got, as long as I'm in the union.
Yeah. And I mean, I was like that for a long period of time, but then I kept noticing that a lot of the people that was working so hard around me, if they did pass away or something like that, they didn't have nothing to leave. You know what I'm saying? Or they didn't really enjoy their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I personally, man, it's like you got to find that thing inside of you to keep pushing or do better than what you think you can do. Like if you know you can do this, you need to make your goal like 10 times harder. You know what I'm saying? Like
let's segue into that, since let's talk about, you went from being a honorary Jamaican, all these jobs and working and stuff like that, to getting into entrepreneurship and stuff like that.
Right. Well, I actually I started my podcast, the 9 to 5 podcast. It's basically here for small businesses, career information, and for music promotion. So like in my city, it's really hard to get a little like any type of shine or somebody to really like put you on. So needless to say, I decided to go ahead and make a platform which is free for people to come on and be able to put their music on there, promote their businesses, just kind of give people opportunities, because at the end of the day, I feel like I'm going to go somewhere as long as I'm helping other people. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. So if I can lend a helping hand, sometimes it's not always about money, man. It's about opportunity. So like I could meet somebody who could put me on some game, just give me some information that could get me to where I want to be. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And then I just started my LLC, Onie Son LLC, which is going to be tagged in with production and broadcasting. And actually my kids are my partners. They pretty entertaining they self. So just kind of wanted to leave something for them, man. So yeah, I'm still working 12 hours, you know what I'm saying? 12 hours a day, 4 days a week, so the hustle don't stop on a regular job, but it ain't that regular anymore. Got a little promotions and stuff like that. So I'm really just trying to take that money and tie it into my business, and eventually, my business will be paying me back. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it right now, man. Just
investing. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
For the
man.
babies. For the babies. I like that, bro.
Too, man, because I'm tired of hearing people say they got this and got that. But man, what do your kids got? What are you leaving your kids?
Jordans.
Right. They probably gonna end up selling anyway. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna leave them? Shoot, I end up buying. Be honest with you.
Left my kids some swag and some game. Yeah.
You see them family pictures when we had the matching jogging suits?
Right. It's not enough. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough, man. So yeah, I'm pushing that, man. I'm pushing and promoting that heavy, man. Just leave some for your little ones, and because at the end of the day, you want your legacy to, leave, when you're gone. Like I don't want to leave this world without leaving something, or leaving a voice, you know what I'm saying, for somebody. And like I'm tied in. Actually, I just got asked to be a vice president of a non-profit organization that's eventually they're trying to build a senior citizen community. So tied into that, I already worked in hospice and respiratory before. So some guys that I was working with actually hit me up about it. So yeah, I'm tied into that too. So yeah, man, I'm still a Jamaican out here, man. I'm still hating my. You know what I'm saying?
It's just different. It's just different.
I don't have time to waste. I'm trying to get a bag everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
My God, I do your thing. I love seeing people do well, bro. I love seeing people do well. You killing it out here.
Yeah, try, and like I said, it's just it gets old working your butt off and not having nothing left. So yeah, I'm trying to leave something, to have a little something. I know I already have Will on the show. Got to have you on the show as well.
Hey,
and stuff, man. Come on there, and I've been building up these features like crazy just by saying free, man. People are not used to hearing somebody say free to them. So the interviews have been kind of skyrocketing, not exactly where I thought it was gonna go as fast as it's going, but it's really interesting, man. I'm meeting a lot of interesting people, man, all over. So
that's what I'm talking about, bro. See, that's what I like to hear that right there, bro.
Yeah,
I will say this, that during the pandemic, I felt the same way where like I started doing things a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause I'm gonna give Griff all the credit. Like we started taking this more seriously. Right now. Cause this is something we had started a grip ago, just people just having fun talking about nerdy stuff. And then it was like, dang, maybe we could talk to some people. Maybe we could expand that.
Yes,
and then it was like, yeah, so we went ahead and, got all the papers together, legalized all that good stuff. And it was like, hey. And then I realized something too. And this is, you talking about earlier about you get tired of working hard for nothing.
Yeah.
This is enjoyable for me.
And
it makes such a difference.
Yeah.
And the job I have now, like my regular job that I got about a year and 3 months ago, the job I was at before, I had just gotten a raise. Hated the job. Like I hated it. I didn't hate the whole time I was there, but I started hating it. Had just gotten a raise, took a cut to come to the job I have now. This job, I was there like 4 months. Remember, I don't know if y'all remember, I was in a few commercials last year. And it was like, it was crazy. I know. And it was like, dang, they like me here. It was like, and I don't hate what I do. I was like, this is like.
Look, you thought you was getting punked, didn't you? You know what I'm saying?
I was like, my job is cool. This is cool.
Domain is so trash. He ain't tell nobody. You know, I'm working in hospitals and stuff. I'm just in like the little waiting rooms, chilling. I look over. I was like, this nigga on the treadmill. we had to have a group text about. I was like, "Hey man, am I tripping?" Or it was like, "I synced it too." I was like,
if you go back to my Facebook, like last year, I want to say around September, something like that, October. People screenshot leadership.
Yeah, man, screenshot
leadership. That's me. I did that, and because I did it on the clock, technically, I can say I'm a paid actor. I did it while I was on the clock.
No, hey, that counts.
So I was like, dang. And then like I said, we did this, and then I dabbled in like some wedding DJing with a guy I met, and I was like, this is all right here. I was sitting there like, once I just took a few steps, I was like, it doesn't have to be so terrible. I think what happened is we hear the horror stories of people who are doing things they hate for 20 years. But the problem is that you got to find your niche. Even if you don't become rich off it, find your niche. Like find what's good for you.
That's exactly it. And see, that's the thing. Like with your hobbies, it's okay to make profit off your hobbies. But if you have that set in stone job that's making your income, leave that to do your hobbies. That doesn't make sense. Like that's why I literally make time for my podcast. I make time for the nonprofit organization. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody knows like it's a scheduling thing. That's really all it is. And like once you start scheduling, it's nothing, man. It's nothing.
Once you get your time down, because he'll hit me up and be like, what you doing on this day? I'd be like, I'm free at this time. He'd be like, let's set it up.
Right.
And what's hilarious is like, Cory, when I was talking to you and you was like getting your equipment.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna learn how to do it. Like 2 weeks later, he was talking, he said, yeah, man, I met this dude that started doing that. And that was funny because we had that conversation about it. He was like, I was like, it makes sense. I was like, because both of y'all, how when we was in school and stuff, all we used to talk about is music and like stuff like that. I was like, when people used to make like they mix CDs and stuff, people was like, oh, can I get yours and stuff like that? Because y'all already had that ear, so it makes sense like DJing. So I was like, he was like, yeah, I'm thinking about you should because you're probably better than half the. We went out and be listening to DJ like this dude.
And that's the thing, and that's what ended up blowing my mind. Like because I DJ too, so when I started DJing and I did a couple like shows and parties, I noticed like that if you do have an ear, it's damn near like you're automatically good at it. Like you just you fill out the crowd. So like I already knew how to fill out the crowd from going to the clubs all the time. All the music that I listened to in the club, I knew what would stop the crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the DJs do that on purpose. That gets the people to go to the bar. So you turn on the song.
That's what that's for?
Yeah, you turn on the song that's kind of whack, so people start walking towards the bar. And then you turn on a hype song, like 3-4 hype songs. They come back to the dance floor and dance the drink away. You know what I'm saying? And go, like, and I started watching that. But now personally, I'm not a club person, so I couldn't do that full time. That's just not the thing. So I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Kudos to all the DJs out there. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everything that they do, but that could not be my sole job. Like unless I was doing it literally for like one person, touring or some shit.
Oh, like their DJ, yeah.
That would be the only way. Other than that, being in a club with a whole bunch of people like requesting songs, and it gets overwhelming. You know,
you got Journey. You play Journey?
Hey fam. I've only done like 2 or 3. We did one, and I'm with this dude, I think it was Giovanna, with Giovanna or with Ryan. I remember this guy came up, this couple, they came up towards the end. You know, a lot of times with weddings, people want to jam, like after the old folk leave, they want to like kind of really party then.
Right.
Yeah. And I remember this couple came up. You ever had those people who are they're really big into music that's not big.
Right.
So yeah.
Backpack
So they were like, I remember they wanted what was the song? Because it was a rock band. And it was an obscure song even for that band. Like it wasn't even one of their hits.
Right.
Like, can you play such and such by, oh my God, who's the artist?
You guys got Copperhead in my dreams?
Yeah, like it was something like that. And it'd be like, and you'd be like, but luckily we got technology. My G Giovanni, he got on the phone real quick, download, connection, like real quick. Hey, Lee, switch it out real quick. Boom, got it for him. Play.
Yeah, it's definitely ways of getting around it. Cause I remember I did a party in a park. Like it was right around the COVID. Like COVID had just, I'm talking about it was like June. I think it was like June or July. And it was like a class reunion. So it was like over 100 people. So I mean it was cool, nice setting, whatever. But man, the way that those people were coming up and asking for songs, it got to the point where I was just using my phone with the aux and the Serato. So it was like I was going back and forth, like, because I didn't have time to even put all the songs in the track, because it was like somebody would even come up with a list of songs. Hey, can you play this, and this? So I'm supposed to play this in rotation when I'm already got a mix going. So it's like there would be no reason for me to even plan a mix when I went in, because you got so many requests. So you might as well say you go in to play requests.
Yeah, ever see that movie Good Deal?
Wait. Yeah, his name was DJ. Hold on. No, not Good Deal. The Goods.
The Goods.
Yes.
With DJ
My man
Request.
said his name was DJ Request.
But he didn't play no requests.
But he didn't take requests.
People are like, hey, you got any Irish nigga? People like, yeah, I'll play something totally different and be like,
he goes, and then he say something like, never let them see you sweat.
Yeah.
And like back away. I was like, what?
He said, don't let them control the music. Then they'll control you.
The worst might be is people who don't know the song they're asking for.
The truth though, I'm telling you, like once, because you be going in, you be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have this mix going. I got all these new songs, bro. You end up playing some songs from like 10 years ago.
No, they will play Jay-Z. People like, all right, play that. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, oh, you meant the Miley Cyrus song where she said Jay-Z's name,
bro? Yeah, they don't know the song. This young lady, God bless her. She walked up to me and the guy I was DJing with, and literally was like, "Can you play that Michael Jackson song where he says Shimon?" And we sitting here like, I said, "Baby girl, you gotta narrow that down." She was a young European young lady, but it was like, when I tell you, I'm like, which one? You ever try to be nice, but you really frustrated? Like, that's 30 songs. Please help me.
Yeah, just go like go.
Look, you joke with that one.
Security.
That's when you just gotta play whatever you feel like it.
Like, hey, play Billie Jean.
Play a Prince. Play a Prince instead. Like whatever.
I'll tell you the worst one that I ever did. I did the first show I did was for a bar. The girl who set it up got fired the day before. I did not get paid. On top of that, it was like about 30 to 40 white dudes there for NASCAR. So you know the requests were just yeah.
Like
I mean, I was able to play everything.
Play it.
And you please play this Dolly Parton song, and after that, Rascal Flatts gotta be on the request. I sound so racist. Let me stop.
It was the best experience of my life, because they didn't think that I was gonna have all the songs. And that's what killed them. I had a hotspot on my phone. I could play whatever I wanted. So as soon as they start requesting stuff, I'll play it for you. They paid me in food and drinks. I remember that. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, DJs ain't living like that. Ain't that, bro?
It's like the top. It's like the top ones are killing it, but it's like
Yeah, you gotta have a
In
contract.
betweens, bro, you getting wings and a beer. You going about your day. That's what
you gotta have stuff in contract. Like now, you get them guys that's doing 40, 50 weddings a year. See, they're doing good, but they had to establish.
Right, exactly.
It took a minute.
Like when you at the point where it's like, man, this is just a hobby, bro. Like it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Just call me if you need something at your party. You know what I'm saying? Like
hype for Jamal when he got that contract with the team.
Yeah. I mean, and even
I feel for him with the whole when the league shut down. I was like, dang, man, he had like months to go on that too.
Yeah, like I mean, but isn't Tony's on y'all's radio, ain't he?
Yeah, he just came back.
Yeah, so I mean,
I think he said Jack Harlow shouted him out too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh, Harlow.
I think Jack Harlow shouted him out.
Right. Yeah, I mean he's established though. You know,
he's
established.
So he gonna be all right. He gonna be all right.
Yeah, he put his time in, but that's what he does. You know, like I don't know, like personally. If I would have started at 18 or 19, that would have been something different. But man, I'm more like a D nice out here, bro. I just want to play some music every once in a while, and I'm off. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm chilling out here. I'm chilling.
You ain't even got to put no DJ in front of my name because I ain't really DJing for real.
Who's that? Coming to the Cory? What's your stage name? No, just Cory. Just Cory.
Yes. Don't even put that DJ title on because I haven't put time in yet. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right? Come to stage. Leave. Leave what? Nah, just leave, fam. Just leave. Just leave, fam. Say my last name or something. Put my last name on there.
All right. Real. But yeah, man. It's just, man, right now, I think the pandemic has either motivated people or depressed people, either or. Like, you either got your superpowers or you didn't. And
funny, dog. I was hyped too. I was like, I'm gonna wake up and start zapping niggas in the back.
Bro, what's that meme where it's a bunch of black dudes running from KKK members? It's like our powers don't work. Oh my God. I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but I said if I got me some powers, I'm like, I just want to fly. I want to be super strong. I'm over making a list.
I woke up talking about do something. Ha.
Ha. I didn't get it.
Read these lines or something. Who knows? Come on.
I said, I know I was waiting, bro. I was at work. I was like, shit, maybe I'll get off early today or some shit.
All right.
Nothing happened, bro. Nothing, bro. No teleportation. None of that shit, bro.
Like, can I just run a little faster? Can I run a little faster?
Yeah, like humble requests. Our requests, so that's how you know black people just want bare minimum. I just want luck for my powers.
He said luck.
He said, man, you can take extra lunch today. Oh, extra. Oh, yes.
Oh, yay.
Y'all want like, you're like, yeah, I got to leave early for work.
Yay. Like, I want to win some money. How much?
It's like it was already your dollar, but I found it though. I
want to win some money. How much? 100? Yay.
You don't even want the big lotto, you just want the scratch off lotto.
That's what like let me pay off my car. Yay.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about, dog. We just like normal is your goal. It's like, damn, I've been
for real
trash out here, man. Just
keep it at that. If you keep it at that, you will be happy. People stress themselves when they try to be like other people. I kept watching, like I being around certain crowds, I guess, when they wanted to be like other people, it seemed like their life was so complicated. When they just be themselves and just deal with the fact that maybe they broke. Maybe you do.
Anomalies too. It's like you're not even like somebody in your same circumstance you compare. It's like y'all circumstances is totally different. It's like you got a house of 17. It's like people's is rich. No, they gave you.
It's different, yeah. They started off with $500,000 given to them. Like it's not the same. Now the thing is, a lot of us we can achieve certain things.
Yeah.
And I realized this years ago. It's not always worth it like you think it is.
Right.
Because there were times where I would get contacted by higher educations back when private for profit was really like big. And it'd be like when working on admissions. And like if you ever worked admissions for private for profit colleges, it's literally a stressful sales call center that's called admissions. You can make, back in the day before they put limits on, you can make a lot of money doing it. But it was like, they would be so underhanded. Like, for example, they contract you to enroll so many in a term, right? Yeah. You might be short. So when the laws changed, where you couldn't get paid more by how many you recruit, this way we do. You go for your review, and it'd be like they could not tangibly say anything wrong with your job, but they had to but they tried to find ways to lower your rating to make sure you didn't get the big pay raises. And everyone who did hit their number, oh look, you made so many calls. The other person that did made the same amount of calls, but they found a way to give them the raise. They tried to find ways around it, but it was like so. And the ones who had some of the highest enrollments would lie to students or tell them things they shouldn't be telling them. And it wasn't all like if there were 20 reps, it was only like maybe the top 4. And it was like you could always tell because they'll come in and be like, "Hey, I was told I can get this refund money." I'm like, "You're not supposed to tell them that." Because the problem was what they're saying is, I want to take out more loan money and be in further debt. Even though I look at their taxes, you're already under the poverty line. Like you don't want more debt if you don't need it. But like I said,
yeah, they didn't get that. They weren't educated on that. I'm telling you, man, they should have educated us on that while we were in high school. Because
that's a whole podcast right there, bro. Oh my God.
No reason. For real. I signed the loan literally for no reason. I was one of those kids. I got that check, man. I went crazy because I was already working. So I was like,
Hey, bro, when I tell you, it was cats in college. Like if you didn't make a lot of money, she got this particular grant, and then you got a little scholarship, and then you got the full loans. You would send her like, "Hey, bro, I'm out here about to get these new Jordans," and I'd be like, and it was like, this is why a lot of people had trouble when they got to school because it was like part-time money plus loan money looks good to an 18-year-old.
Oh yeah,
but then you're 25 with your own, and it's like, oh, I need to make more than this, and their spending habits get bad, and then like you just eat on campus. You're not really buying food every week, and
yeah, I learned all that. Yeah. Man, thank you, Indiana University Southeast. Woo, boy, them grilled cheese sandwiches and boy, and yeah, I lived life on that campus. That was that life right there, boy. I learned so much, but that also that I knocked out like. That was like my 3rd year. So I really, personally, I didn't even finish my degree, but a lot of the jobs only needed 2 years in my like associates for me. So doing the truck driving, doing the medical assistant, all that stuff, the medical equipment. So it did. I learned all my bad habits in college and learned also how to change them.
Yeah.
How to fix them because it was just like you would get to a point where it's like, man, I can't even afford to get to class. Like for real, if you lived on campus, like damn, I ain't even got enough money to get to class right now. I ain't got enough gas. Like this is so yeah. I learned the most in those situations.
You learn a lot in college, bro.
Like, a lot of things that people care about, I can't care about. Like I can't let myself do that. I just can't.
Fam, so, there's so many things I have to just let go. You have to let some things go. Like I'm not saying they ain't got to be changed. I'm not saying it's perfect, but there's some things where you're like, talking about earlier priorities. You're like, is this a priority?
Yeah, because I used to love the stunt, man. I love scene, all that shit. Boy, I always like to be in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see me. You know what I'm saying?
He said, see me.
And now it's just like, you come to a point where it's like, okay, that behavior was for that time. You know what I'm saying? And give somebody else their time. You know what I'm saying? I'll sit back here. You go ahead and do all that, and I don't need that attention anymore. So that's even with for example, like realms and stuff like that. Now the sneakers, man, that sneakers is life. So I ain't gonna say that sneakers is something that I have a crazy problem with. And
I have a few pairs of sneakers. I have a few pairs. Oh, she's on. Okay. I have a few pairs of sneakers. Just a few.
Yeah, I wish I had.
Cory, I'm lying.
Problem.
I have 50 pairs of shoes in this apartment right now.
Yeah, oh yeah. You need to get that case, man. Get them cases.
That ain't gonna help.
I'm gonna need more than one case.
Yeah, get a couple of them.
Like, and she don't understand. She don't understand. Growing up, I got told no. So it's like
now he
I wasn't the,
no.
so like now I'm like, no, I can go get what I want now. It's different.
Yeah, that every 2 weeks. But see now, unfortunately for me, I mean, I still got that the love for it, but with these kids that also have the love for it, that cut me out and added them. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, that addiction has caught on to my
fault though, because they seen you with you earlier ago. It was like, huh,
Daddy, you got a lot of shoes. I want some too.
That works. Oh
snap.
Okay. Let me if ones I want. So yeah, man, it's insane. That'll be all love. But other than that, like the shining and rims, jewelry, all that stuff, that ain't never been anything I've been interested in personally.
Yeah, jewelry was never a big thing for me. You might see me with some earrings and like my class ring from when I graduated from high school and college. Other than that, don't really.
I just don't see no point in it, man. I see people get taken advantage of over their jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's necessary, personally.
Plus it's like I don't want to be a walking target.
Yeah, so
like I don't be nowhere crazy, but I don't want to be a walking target.
The shining for no reason.
Yeah. Bro, I'd be out. You ever be somewhere and you be like, why are you wearing that here?
Oh yeah, we get attention already. So we get enough attention already. Believe me, we already talked about that. How great we already are. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need to add to it. You ain't
don't need no extra attention.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I've been to the gym and seen a cat where it was like, did you put your chain on to come lift weights?
What?
like he had a chain, like a nice chain. In my mind, I was like, but then that's not no worse when you see certain women, like they come to the gym, it's 8 p.m., right? You clearly worked your full day, right?
Yeah.
You should not have on a fresh face of makeup to go sweat.
That's for that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. Like, I'm in the gym. I'm a healthy chick. Get like me. That's what. Especially for these angles.
I've seen a chick with like full lipstick on. I was like, wait, what? Where are you?
But like you can tell it's like if it's whatever time of the day, that means you put a fresh face on.
You know, I go at like 5 a.m. before work, so it's like
ridiculous.
You wear makeup at your third shift job at the factory? Why you got full? I be trying to piece stuff together. I'm like, no way.
Sweat it all off, all that.
Listen, man. Some people want to be seen, bro. One thing I never got either is dudes who be like, you'll see them in like certain kind of clothes. You'll be like, that's a nice shirt. I wouldn't lift and do cardio.
I've seen the dude like regular full like polo and khakis. And
yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, I'll just be like, get it in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never.
I be in dry fit shirt, hooping shorts.
Comfort, man. Comfort.
Yeah, comfort. I'm trying to work out, not work out to be seen.
Yeah.
I think I'll damn near cut the gym out just because of that reason. For real. Because that stuff was just a little too crazy for me. Do the workouts at the crib now, man. Everything free.
You know, everything for free.
Straight up.
Hey, man, we like free. We like free. Man. I'll be in the gym. Masked up.
Yeah, got to
stop.
Hey, I try to steal something from work, the little paper ones. I was like, these are more breathable than ones I got. Still be alright.
Sweat through that thing.
Fam, I tried to get the ones that were breathable through Amazon, ordered 3 different ones. Think, one of these is gonna be hard. They all work the same as a regular mask, just with a little breathy thing on it. I'm like, yeah. It didn't do anything extra. It just
be a filter. I was like, it's not more.
It didn't help me. I sent them all back. I was like, I'll just work in my regular degular. My mother-in-law, she good. She gonna hook me up. So I got a couple. Griffin gonna like this.
Oh, let's try.
Oh wow.
We out here. We terrible, but we out here. My team is garbage. I hate my team. I love them, but I hate them so much right now.
Shout out to her for making that though. See if she could ask her if she can make a Colts one like that, man. I need a Colts.
I got some.
Look, she probably can't. Look, they live in Indianapolis. Look, her mama and them live in Indianapolis.
Hey man, tell her to hook me up, man. For real.
Homeboy Cory, the one with the Colts on it.
They throw a horse on there.
Not to shoot a whole horse. People ain't gonna go.
Throw the horse on that thing.
Like, what is that, Mustangs? He's like, no, it's the Colts.
Close enough. It's blue. It's blue.
I ain't gonna lie, my phone about to go dead on y'all, man.
I saw good. I get ready to head to my people's house anyway in about 30, 40 minutes.
But, all right, real quick, Cory, you got social media and all the stuff you want to plug so they can reach your podcast and all that?
Yeah, y'all can reach me on Instagram at Cory Bennett 85. That's CoryBennett 85. Or you can reach me on Instagram at the 9 to 5 podcast. That's THENINE, the number 2 FIVE podcast. And I'm also on Clubhouse, and that's NINE, number 2 FIVE. I'm mostly on the Clubhouse stuff right now, man, doing a lot of the programs and little informational studies on there. So trying to get as much information as I can from my businesses and, man, trying to stay tapped in with all these businesses, man. Keep this podcast rolling.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, but yep, if y'all want to reach me, y'all can reach me on that, man. And I really appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, in the description because that was a lot of letters, you know. Keep skipping back on the video. CTVC8 what?
The 9 to 5 podcast. I would spell it out for the slow. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna be on.
Here, just play it back. I swear it's spelled out right. You know what I'm saying? Just remember that number 2, not TWO.
It'll all be in the description, so y'all can just copy, paste, figure it out.
we got you.
But man, I appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, man.
Y'all take it easy.
Same to you, my brother.
All right.
All right.